Well, I have been to sea for a very long time. In 1959, when we moved from the Crowsnest Pass to the town of Nanaimo, as a boy, I worked, saved my money, and bought a small aluminum skiff that I turned into a small salmon putter boat. And I fished that summer off Nanaimo, off the Five Finger Islands, fishing coho. After that, we moved to Victoria, Esquimalt, and I spent my last year in school. I got released very early for some major incidents. So when I turned 17, I joined Navy Reserves. That summer, I was on a maintenance ship, the Cape Breton. In 1962, I joined the Navy in January the 2nd, 1962, and off to basic training in Cornwallis, Nova Scotia. I was there for 21 weeks. When I came back, I was a boy seaman, on-the-job training, a radar plotter, and I was put on HMCS Marguerite for 2 months, then on to HMCS Skeena, the destroyer escort, which I spent most of my time in the Navy on. Near the end of my naval career, which was 4 years, I was on an old Second World War frigate called the John Kier. And then after that, I worked in the Nuclear Biological Chemical Warfare Center in Naden. I was in the P&E Guard, etc. When I got out, I went to Fisherman's Wharf and hired on as a salmon deckhand on the vessel Shawla with Cliff Gissing, a legend in his time. I fished with Cliff for 3 years. After that, I fished on a boat called the Cheeswamish for a year. Then I leased a fishing vessel called the Lady Doris. Anyways, I worked on 2 or 3 vessels, and my last vessel I was on that I ran for 10 years was the Ocean Fury. Last fall, I retired and semi-retired. And now I'm a fishing mentor, which means I take young fishermen out and show them the art of longlining and all the things that I have learned over the years. With all this sea time and the many miles and years I've traveled on the ocean, inspired me to write this poem. It's called I Am the Sea. From deep within me came the creation of all life, from the smallest of living things to the mighty creatures who rule the earth, evolving constantly through all time. My body full of living things forever changing. Mighty rivers, lakes, and streams constantly flowing into my body, keep me healthy and strong. Polar ice caps melting and reforming, cooling my heart and soul. Sun's rays penetrating deep into my body, creating the wonderful gift of life. The moon ever pulling at me, creating the tides of time. I could spawn the mighty storms, expressing my fury and might. I can calm my body and soul, giving peace and tranquility to all everlasting. Over time I have spread myself throughout the lands of time, continents, islands, and deep fjords, a masterpiece of grandeur and beauty. I am the highway of life forever moving, deep currents running through my body, pulsing and ever changing. I am the graveyard of time, so many things laying at rest so deep inside of me. I will guard their souls forever. I am constantly creating life and taking it away. I create the seasons, the clouds, and the winds of time. breath of all life comes from deep within my body and soul. I am a special part of the universe created by God's hands. I am the mighty sea.